What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. And first of all, before we get started, I wish you guys, I got the wire here. I wish you guys a very, very happy December. Now, I would normally say happy Christmas, but obviously, first of all, it's not Christmas yet. And the reason why I said December is because I absolutely love December as a month. It's my favorite month of the year. You know, first it's festive season and holiday season, and all that kind of Christmassy vibes, festive season, holiday vibes, and I can watch Christmas movies. So yeah, it's all good, it's all chill, and I can have my hot chocolate, which I absolutely love. So yeah, now that we got that out of the way, I love December. Yeah, so welcome back to another episode of Chai Chat, as you kind of guessed by the title and the thumbnail of the video. Another installment of this Chai Chat series that I'm talking about. And in this video, the title of it is Perspective, or it might not be. I don't know what I've put it as. I think it's perspective. Yeah, I'm gonna call it perspective because it sounds really cool and upmarket. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about perspective and why I think it's really important, and why. And I'm actually gonna tell you why I actually came up with that title in just a second. But yeah, apart from that, we're gonna be talking about any updates that I have for you guys, any in my personal life, anything worth sharing, and I need to get rid of this hat someday, but it's too cold and I don't want to, so deal with it. Anyways, if all that sounds interesting, stay tuned. We will be back in a second. So let's start off with the personal update of the video, like anything interesting that's been going on in my life. In one word, no, not really. I mean, it's all the same, to be honest. I'm working, as you guys probably know, and this hat is annoying me. Apart from that, no, nothing much is happening really. But there has been one change which I'm kind of happy about and I'm proud about, is that I'm trying to go out more, like get out of my house more. I think the last couple of months, I think if I go back September, October, November, I've kind of been house stricken a lot. Like obviously with me working and trying to get ahead in terms of my studying and everything, I kind of force myself to stay in my house and just get the work done all the time and not enjoy myself, not go out as much. So and hence I've been missing opportunities to go out, have fun, chill with the mates, and yeah. So in this month I kind of decided, you know what, that I can all stay at the back for just a couple of days. I need to go out, I need to get out of my house, because I was kind of feeling really, really burnt out for when towards the end of November. I was kind of feeling really burnt out. Like I kept sitting down to do work, it just couldn't get done. So yeah, I've been kind of going out with my mates more, going out to places, having fun, and yeah, just spending a bit more time with my family. So it's just a lot more chill. So yeah, that's kind of been what's going on lately in my life. That's the only new thing that's been going on in my life. Apart from that, nothing else really. I mean, yeah, my computer's giving me a lot of problems, but that's wasn't about that, right? Anyways, so now with the personal update out of the way, let's talk about the main topic of this video, and probably why you've clicked on this video in the first place, really, because who wants to know about my life, really? So yeah, as you guys can see, the title is perspective. Perspective. That sounded really cool. So yeah, perspective. Now, why did I choose perspective? So basically, I came across this post, it'll probably be somewhere in the screen here, on when I was scrolling through Instagram, because I procrastinate a lot. So yeah, I was scrolling through Instagram. I came across this post. Now, as you can probably see, it says about, I can't remember off the top of my head at the moment, but it said something about how, something about related to this decade and stuff like that, like this couple of months left of this decade, and just putting things into perspective. And that got me thinking, like, in the last 10 years, that's from 2010 to 19 and 2020, which is going to come, the amount of things that have changed is absolutely mind-blowing to me. I mean, I'm not, of course, that applies to everyone, really, but when I think of my personal life in the last 10 years, it's been a complete roller coaster ride. I mean, to put things into perspective for you guys, imagine this. In 2010, I used to be living in Delhi. We didn't even think about moving to UK, so I wouldn't think to go to the UK in my wildest imagination. I probably didn't know the UK existed, because I was 10 years old, and I think, yeah, I don't think I was very fond of geography. I don't think they taught geography at that age in my school. I don't think they did. But yeah, I don't think the UK existed. Like, no, okay, maybe I thought okay, that sounds weird. Okay, maybe I knew it existed, but I just never given it thought as a, you know what I'm trying to say. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I didn't even know that life for me existed beyond anywhere beyond India. So yeah, so it's crazy. So it was 2010. I didn't know I was gonna go to the UK. I was in India. I was going to I was going to my school as a normal school kid, coming back home every single day and just not doing anything, playing with my friends. And here I am, 10 years later in the UK, sitting in my room making YouTube videos. Yeah, and by the way, YouTube didn't exist back then. I think it did, or did it? I don't know. I don't think it did, or even if it did, I didn't know about it. So yeah, here I am sitting 10 years later in my room in the UK making YouTube videos about chai chat. Weird. Yeah, I know. So I came across this quote while I was scrolling through Twitter or Instagram. I don't know, one of those two platforms, because that's the only two platforms I go on really. Um, it said, I don't know who it was from. I can't remember who it was from, but it said that people often overestimate what they can achieve in a year and underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. And that kind of really is true, because 10 years, you think you can do so much in 1 year, but over the 10 years, if you ask a person, what's your 10-year game plan, people probably have really low expectation. I would be happy to have, I don't know, whatever their goals are, but they often underestimate stuff in 10 years what they can do. But trust me, like 10 years is a very, very, very long time. Like, even now when I'm saying this, it doesn't feel that way. But every time I remind myself, like 10 years ago, I wouldn't have thought of sitting here where I am at the moment and making videos, speaking to my iPhone, and putting that video on YouTube. 10 years ago, it just blows my mind. And I think 10 years is a long, long time, and a lot can happen in 10 years. Like, let me just go through what happened over the last 10 years, if I can. So I came to the UK. That happened. Yeah, so we moved to Scotland, lived there, came back, came to Liverpool, moved from Liverpool to, I think we went to Glasgow for a bit, and then we moved from Glasgow, and then we came to Leicester. All of that happened, and after that, we moved from, I don't know, after that, in terms of my career options that I wanted to do, I first moved from I wanted to become an architect, so that happened from some odd reason. From architect, I wanted to become artist. After that, I just dropped the whole ball game. I was like, I wanted to go into business. Then I wanted to become a banker, and finally, yeah, I'm settled on being a pilot. So yeah, a lot has changed. My mentality has changed. My mentality has grown, hopefully, over the last 10 years, and it's crazy. Like, when I think about it, like the amount of stuff that's happened. And I know I keep saying that, but it is genuinely mind-boggling to me, and probably is to you guys as well. If you sit down and think where you were 10 years ago and compared to what you are now as a person, I think it probably blow your mind into smithereens. Yeah. So with the next year just about, I think today's the 9th, I think. So the next year in about 21 days or 22 days, yeah, whatever. So the next decade being in 22 days or somewhat, it's I kind of wanted to think, like, what my goals are for the next 10 years, for the next decade, and they got me thinking, what are kind of the takeaways, the lessons that I've learned over this last 10-year period of my life. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, to be honest, most of my learnings have only come in the last 2 or 3 years. The years before that, I really have a vague memory of it. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what truly happened. I have a vague memory. But so with that whole rant over about how 10 years are a really, really long time, which you guys probably already knew, let's get to the main point of the video, in my opinion, is what my kind of highlights and regrets are, and what my kind of goals are for the next 10 or so years of my life. Obviously, I want to live longer, please. But what are my kind of goals for the next decade or so? So let's start off with the good news. Let's start off with the highlights of my last 10 years. Well, as far as I can remember, really. Obviously, one of them had the two most important are for me. The Canada trip. I loved the Canada trip, and it was. The thing is, it came at really a perfect point for me, because we hadn't been on a holiday for really long time. I was working away really hard for the time before that, so I really badly needed a break, and we needed to go as a family together. So it was really fun, and obviously it was something better than the standard India trip that we always do. So not to say that I don't love going to India. I absolutely adore going to India, but obviously I want to explore more countries just other than India. So yeah, Canada was awesome. And coming to India, yes, I loved my India trip. More so the second one rather than the first one. The first one was kind of uh second one was more fun. It was a lot more fun for various reasons. But yeah, second one was I really enjoyed my second India trip. Number three is yeah, I got into flight school, so yeah, that was my really that's kind of a highlight for me. I'm super excited to start. I'm super excited to start. So yeah, that's my third highlight of this decade. Number four, I don't think I have number four. Yeah, I don't think I have number four, and no, I don't have a number four. So yeah, kind of sad. That makes me sound so sad. But these three are kind of my highlights for this decade. Really, there's loads of little smaller fun stuff that's happened. It's just that I can't remember them off the top of my head. So which brings me swiftly on to my regrets of the decade. My biggest regret, and probably the only regret I have for this decade, is the fact that I didn't record. I don't have a diary. I don't have a log of all the stuff that's happened in this year. Admittedly, I have for the last 2 years since I started doing YouTube, but even then it's somewhat patchy. So I there's a patch of vlogs here, patch of vlogs here, patch of vlogs here, but it's not like consistent. And I think I started the channel on 2016. So anything before that, I have no idea what happened. Like I have no log of what happened. So like I can't relive those days. So that's kind of my biggest regret. Let me tell you why I think that because the thing is, as you guys probably already know, I love going to India. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I haven't been able to go, and probably won't be able to go for the next 2-3 years. But every time I look back, I go to my YouTube channel and watch my India film that I made, which hopefully you guys have already checked out. Um, yeah, I watched that, and I love it. I genuinely feel so much better. Obviously it makes me miss home. Obviously it does, but in the sense of it all, I really enjoy it. It's like I'm already there and I'm enjoying it and everything, all the vlogs and all the cinematic films. I genuinely love reliving it. So essentially, I can relive it. So which I can't do prior 2016 and somewhat off in the between 2016 to 2018 years, which I can't because obviously, I was very inconsistent, and B, I didn't know of YouTube before 2016. Actually, I did. I just didn't want to do YouTubing or vlogging or whatever. So yeah, that is kind of my biggest regret I have for the last 10 years in my life. Um, which is fine because it kind of motivates me now and gives me the goal of the next 10 years, which is my first goal of the next 10 years is to have a video record, and so basically put out vlogs and just put it onto YouTube and just use that as purely a video log. Obviously, the thing is that has two benefits. A, it gives me the a video log, like I can relive when I get older, I can relive these young days that I have, and see what kind of a person I was, and what kind of stupid shit I did over the time. And B, it kind of gives me an ulterior motive to upload videos onto YouTube. And don't get me wrong, every YouTuber likes to have views, likes to have likes, comments, and subscribers and everything, but you should also have another like a different why to why you're uploading the videos. It shouldn't be just linked to the numbers. So yeah, this gives me a second reason to upload onto YouTube, like a video log for you guys, so you can enjoy, obviously, so you can enjoy the videos, and for me to look back when I get older and see how I was. So yeah, that is kind of what my goal is. And obviously there are multiple different goals that I have for the next 10 years, but obviously you'll see them as I go along, which is the whole point of me doing a video recording vlog of hopefully at least once a month is my aim, at least once a month, because obviously with my studies coming up soon, I don't think I'll be able to do 1 or 2 vlogs. At least I won't be able to do one a week. So at least once a month is what my target is for the next decade. Probably more than once a month, but what I'm trying to say. If I can do more, I can do more. But yeah. With that said, I think that kind of covers this all. I know this video, I know it's kind of like a rant, but not a rant. This video is kind of like me just talking absolute nonsense. But yeah, that was kind of what was in my mind for the last couple of days. So yeah, I wanted to get that out to you guys. Hopefully you guys can relate to this. I don't know if you can, or it's just me that's going through it. So in that case, sorry I wasted your time. But as always, thanks for watching, and until next time,